Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are on our morning commute. Join the live stream. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today. Let me just get past this little detour. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today. Last night, the rain was just unbelievable, actually. After I got home, I want to say it was probably like 8 o'clock. The sound of the rain was just, I had never heard it like that. It was roaring. It was crazy. And I was in the house. I wasn't even outside. I just heard it. And it just was, it made me think of Noah and the ark, right? And we always think about, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, right? But also, what kind of rain did it have to be to cover the whole earth, even in that amount of time, right? That's a long time, 40 days and 40 nights of nonstop rain. But it would have had to be some tremendous rain in order to cover the earth, even in that amount of time. And so, as I listened to the rain, I just reflected on that and thought about God and the fact that, here's a piece of inspiration for you. The fact that it had never rained before, right? Rain was something that hadn't been seen up to that time. Before that, the way that the earth was watered was that the water came up from the ground. Like we see now, the dew on the ground, right? It comes up from the ground. And so before that time, before the time of Noah, it had never rained. And so once it rained, good morning, Sister Effie. God bless you. Thank you for joining the morning commute. Once it rained, my God, did it rain. And that's a testimony to what God could do. He could do some things in your life that's never been done before, but it'll be done so mind-blowingly crazy that you wouldn't even believe it. So take faith. Take faith. Take faith. God bless you. On this morning, the topic that I wanted to talk about as we're getting on the road, starting our morning commute. First of all, go to the Get Fit with Fannie B page, like the Facebook page. Hopefully the sun will go away in a minute. I'm sorry. Go to the Get Fit with Fannie B Facebook page, like the page, join the group, Get Fit with Fannie B family. You can find me on Instagram, Get Fit with Fannie B. You can find me on YouTube, Get Fit with Fannie B. All of those mediums. So I post a lot of graphics on Instagram. You can check those out. Join the Facebook group so you can watch the live streams after they've already broadcast. And just look forward to you being a part of the family. Come to the group, have some one-on-one chats, get your goals on the map, and let's start achieving them together. I thank God for everyone who's watching right now and who will join the live stream at any point. And also those of you who watch it later in the afternoon. I know some folks have told me that while they can't join the morning commute, they do watch the video a little bit later. So thank God for you. And if you are enjoying these live streams, if you're feeling fed by them, please do just leave me a note. You can inbox me. You can leave a message underneath the video, whatever the case may be. So this morning, it's October 3rd, and we are just beginning the month of October. It's fall in full effect. I thank God for that. It's my favorite season. And as I was thinking about what to talk about, I realized that I wanted to talk about 3 words. Let me get over, gotta merge. I wanted to talk about 3 words. Those 3 words are inspiration, motivation, and dedication. Inspiration, motivation, and dedication. Good morning, Amanda. Now, in preparation to talk about these 3 things, I want to talk about Get Fit with Fannie B was designed as a fitness resource platform that's not just about physical fitness. It's about holistic fitness. So we talk about issues that are relevant for emotional wellness, mental well-being. Physical fitness is in there too. YouTube is going to be my main platform for physical fitness. So if you want to join me on my journey to losing all this weight, then please do join my YouTube channel. I'll be posting over there. There's one of these live streams already up over there, but join the channel, subscribe, and you'll be sure to stay up to date on all of my movements, and I'll do a live stream about that. I miss you too, girl. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you. So inspiration, motivation, and dedication. Now, there's plenty of us in life who want to, we have goals, things that we want to achieve. And so these three things interplay intricately into how we achieve our goals, what we're motivated to achieve, what we think we're capable of, right? So the part of GFWFB, again, is holistic, mind, body, spirit. And so, right, each one of us has these three components. Now, for the longest time, it was discounted that the mind played a major role in how we lived or affected our bodies, and then it was discounted that the spirit was central. But we've since found that these three elements of each of us, mind, body, spirit, are intricately connected, and they interplay with each other. And having a well-rounded life, being stable, being well-balanced, requires us to be able to feed each one of these parts of our life. And we find that we are unbalanced and we get out of balance when we focus too much on one and not the other, right? So someone who's all brawn and no brains, right? They focused on their physical body, what can be seen, but they haven't fed their mental, their mind. They haven't allowed themselves to develop in that capacity. Or someone who is hyper spiritual, right? But doesn't focus on developing their mind. They never read a book. They never go to school. They never seek further information or learn how to research, right? So everything is in this lofty realm that really, we can't reach because we're bound here in our body. So being able to be balanced requires to have all of those parts working in concert with one another. And so inspiration, motivation, and dedication. A lot of people talk about not being motivated to achieve certain things, right? Or, I need to find some motivation. I gotta, wait till I'm motivated. If you waited to achieve everything you wanted to do until you were motivated, you would do almost nothing. I cannot count the days that I have gotten up and, woken up, did not feel like getting up, not motivated. Right? Let it be raining in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Nelson, Brother Nelson. Let it be raining. Let it be snowing. I hate the snow. Right? Motivation goes out the window. Let me have gone to bed late at night, right? A few hours late. Motivation out the window. Right? So motivation is unreliable. You cannot rely on motivation to be the grounding of why you do something, why you achieve your goals, why you get up in the morning. Motivation can't be the ground for that, because if it is, then some days you'll get up and some days you won't. Some days you'll apply yourself and some days you won't. Some days you'll be successful and some days you won't if you ground it on motivation. So inspiration, motivation, dedication. Next is inspiration. I want to talk about inspiration, right? So we have these three parts of man: mind, body, spirit. Inspiration resides in the spirit. Motivation resides in the mind. Dedication resides in the body, right? Just as a framework, let's work with that, right? Have you ever heard a song, or I used to play music a lot. I played the saxophone for like 14 years, long time, and I would go to a lot of concerts. Even now I still love orchestra music, live music, instrumental music. So sometimes I just hear a song and it's just so moving, right? Like it just does something, and there's no words, right? Nothing you could pinpoint that happened. Even in your mind, you can't necessarily say what it is that has made you feel this stirring inside of you, but it's inspiration. You felt moved, you felt inspired, or maybe you heard a speech someone gave, or you watched a movie, right? Something, and you just recently I read a book called what is it? The Magic Strings of Frankie Presto by Mitch Albom. Awesome book. You know, I don't even know why that book affected me the way it did, but I think about that book almost every single day. It did something to me. I felt touched, moved, inspired by that book. Now, it's a fictional story, so there's not much that I can take out of that and apply it to my life, but I was inspired by reading that. And so inspiration resides in the spirit, right? Your spirit, man, is what gets inspired. And the root, good morning, Alicia. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to the morning commute. Go over to Get Fit with Fannie B, like the page, join the Get Fit with Fannie B family Facebook group. I'm on Instagram and YouTube. Morning Commutes broadcasting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Thank you so much for being here. So yes, inspiration is in the spirit. And the root of inspiration, inspire. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you so much, sis, for tuning in. The root of inspire is to be breathed in, right? So it's this idea that, right, when Adam and Eve, when God formed Adam, he breathed into him. So it is something that comes from the spirit realm and touches us, right? It touches the spirit of man. It inspires us. So you don't necessarily have to be able to put into words what it is that inspires you or how you felt moved. A lot of times we can't capture that feeling because it touches us in a place where words cannot go. You just feel moved, you feel changed. And so inspiration is an in-breathing of the spirit that touches our spirit, the spirit of man. And so when you feel inspired, it may not ever get to the level of coming into your mind or changing the way that you act. I know that book that I read, right? I said it inspired me, it moved me, but has it fundamentally changed what I do day to day? No, it hasn't, right? I just think about it and I just really love that book. So it hasn't changed. So then we have the spiritual aspect of inspiration and we have the mental aspect of motivation. Now, motivation is rooted in motive, right? What's the reason why you're doing what you're doing? And so reasoning, of course, is a faculty of the mind. And so once we have that inspiration, we can then become motivated to find a reason why we want to do something that we want to do, right? Some of us are motivated to lose weight, right? That's me. I'm trying to, get this body in shape. Some of us are motivated to get up earlier every day. You have a reason for that. There's plenty of reasons for it, right? If you start your day earlier, you get a handle on your day better than if you wake up in the morning and you're rushing around. Or some of us are motivated to spend more time with our families, right? There's a reasoning behind that because you want to cultivate deeper relationships with your children. You want to spend time doing more of the things that matter. You can put a voice to what your motivations are. You can put thoughts to what your motivations are. But the thing about it is that reasoning is also rooted in emotionalism. And so emotion is also part of the mind, it's part of our personality. So we talked in another live stream that you cannot control your emotions, right? You cannot control them. But what you can control is your thoughts and your actions. And your thoughts give rise to your emotions and your actions are a result of them usually. And you can control those two things. So don't feel like you have to control your emotions, but you can control your thoughts and you can control your actions. That's what we need to focus on controlling. And so our motivation can change. Just like emotions can be change and be unpredictable, our motivation can change from one moment to the next, right? Like I said at the beginning of this live stream, some days you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like getting up. You're not motivated. Some days, for me right now, it's about mopping my floors. I need to mop my kitchen floor and, some of the other floors in my house. When I get off work, I am not motivated, right, to mop those floors. It just hasn't happened, right? Because it's rooted in whether I feel like it or not. And so relying or rooting any long-term change in motivation is faulty practice, right? Oh, I just got to get motivated. I just got to find some motivation. It's good to have motivation. But motivation ain't going to keep you. Motivation isn't going to help you to hold on when the going gets tough. Motivation is not going to be able to, make you stay faithful when you want to give up. Motivation is not going to do that for you. And that's where we come into the third word that I want to talk about this morning is dedication, right? So we have inspiration, which is the in-breathing. We have motivation, which is the reasoning behind. And then we have dedication, which is rooted in the body. Right? Why? Because dedication requires action. Inspiration is from the spirit. Motivation is in the mind. It's your reasoning behind. Dedication is actually what you're going to do. So you could be as motivated as you want, but if you're not dedicated, if you are not disciplined, if you are not willing to act on your motivations, to act on the changes that you want, you will never make any change, right? You could go see a motivational speaker every single day for the next 365 days. And if you don't do anything with what they tell you, guess what's going to be different about your life? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because this change is not rooted in motivation. And this is a faulty practice, right? Because we have a lot of people, these self-help books, and we want to stir up your emotions, right? I mean, this happens across the board. We want people to stir up our emotions. We want to feel excited, right? But after the excitement dies down, what are you left with? After that moment on the mountaintop is done, what are you left with? After that fades away, that feeling of fire, after that's gone, what are you left with? That's where dedication comes in. You need the spirit, mind, body, the inspiration, motivation, dedication. Without the dedication, without the discipline, you will never achieve anything that you set your mind to, right? That's the saying. Oh, you can achieve anything you set your mind to, right? But achievement is rooted in what you do. And so we have to cultivate a mindset and a practice of being dedicated. Because dedication will take you where motivation can't make you, right? Dedication will force you to get up every single day and do what needs to be done, even if you don't want to do it. God bless you, Sister Effie. Dedication is the key to staying committed. That's why, look, people talk about relationships, right? We're talking about inspiration, motivation, dedication. This can apply across the board to all facets of your life. We talk about relationships, right? Get into this relationship in a way, it inspires, we'll call that inspiration, right? That feeling of being infatuated and of being so in love. You got stars in your eyes and butterflies in your stomach, and you feel all of this new emotional attachment to this person. So you're motivated, right? You're motivated. You're inspired by the love. You're motivated to do nice things for them. You're motivated to, spend time with them. You're motivated to call them every day, text them every day. You're motivated to engage with them and discover who they really are and, what really matters to them in life. You're just motivated. Your emotions are involved, And so eventually, ask anybody that's been married for any amount of time, that feeling goes away. And what are you left with? If your relationship with that person was rooted on your motivation, that relationship will crumble. Relationships have to be rooted on dedication, right? And this is where I want to talk about love, right? People toss this word around all the time and talk about love. Love is an emotion. Good morning, Sister Betty Lou. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. This is Morning Commute with Fannie B. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 a.m. Please like, share, comment. Good morning, Well, it's popping up, but it's nobody. Like, share, comment, leave any of your feedback below. Thank you for tuning in. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30, Get Fit with Fannie B. So I want to talk about love, right? Love is a term that's thrown around all the time, right? We act like love is an emotion. And people say, oh, I fell out of love, right? Oh, I fell out of love with that person. I fell out of love. It ain't about falling out of love. Thank you, Sister Teresa. I'm going to fix that. Good morning, Lisa. God bless you. I fell out of love, right? But love is not an emotion. If it was an emotion, I can understand how you would fall out of it because emotions change all the time. But love is an act of the will. This is why the Bible can say, love your enemies, right? Because if love was an emotion, there's no way you could love your enemies. Because depending upon why they're your enemy, you have all of these emotions about them. You know, sadness, anger, hurt, your emotions can be all over the place. But if God is saying love your enemies, you can't hold all that stuff in tension with each other. But that's because love is not rooted in emotionalism. Love is an act of the will. It is a decision that you make that every single day you are going to get up and you are going to love this person. Every day I'm going to get up, I'm going to love my wife. Every day I'm going to get up, I'm going to love my husband. Now, how that love is expressed in action may vary, but it is a decision that you have to make that's not rooted in emotionalism. Because some days you're not going to feel like loving that person. Somebody that you're with 24/7, no. Some days you're going to want to get up and, choke them, right? You're going to want to get up and just say, I'm moving out, right? Little things are going to get on your nerves, but we choose love. Love is a choice. It's rooted in the will. It is not an emotion. So that's how we can be commanded to love our enemies, to pray for those who despitefully use us. Good morning, Noel. God bless you. Thank you. Right? So love, my phone is moving. This is part of the technicalities of the commute, right, y'all? We working on it. So love is rooted in the will. That's how we can love people that maybe emotionally we don't feel that great towards or have struggled with things in the past, but love is rooted in the will. Love is about dedication, right? So we're talking about this morning inspiration rooted in the spirit, motivation rooted in the mind, the reasoning, and dedication, which is physical, rooted in the body. It has to do with action. And so being dedicated is a difference between doing it when you feel like doing it and doing it just because it needs to get done, right? I feed my child every single day. Sometimes I'm not motivated to do it. I don't want to cook every day, right? I don't want to think about food all the time, right? All of it. But look, I have to feed that little baby. I'm dedicated to being his mother. I'm dedicated to doing whatever it takes in order to ensure that he's healthy, happy, and whole. That's a dedication, right? It's not a motivation. I do have my motivations for that, right? I want him to grow up and be healthy and well-rounded and, physically fit, and I want him to be sound mind. So there's motivations behind the things that I do, but moment to moment, that motivation can come and go. But I'm dedicated. Right? On the days when I don't do it, I do it. When I don't want to do it, I do it anyway. And so I want to encourage all of us today, all of you, thank you for tuning in, that even if you don't feel the inspiration always, even if you don't always feel motivated, cultivate a practice of dedication and you will find that the changes in your life begin to manifest, right? Don't wait until you feel like it, because you may never feel like it. Just go ahead and do it, right? Nike said, just do it, right? When I used to be really into fitness, right, y'all, there was a time in my life, not so long ago, that I'm trying to get back to, where I would get up every day and I would run 5 miles, at least 5 to 6 days a week. Now I'm trying to get back to that. Get Fit with Fannie B. Y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be doing those half marathons and all that stuff. Y'all watch. But there was a time when I would do it. And it got to the point, especially around this time of year when the weather's getting colder, it's hard to get up early in the morning and get out there. But the practice that I had to cultivate was, good morning, Gaza, God bless you, thank you for tuning in. The practice that I had to cultivate was to just do it. I would tell myself, I'm not even going to allow myself to think the thought of whether I'm going to get up or not. I'm going to just get up. Because if I think that thought, it's presenting me the option to get up or not to get up, which I don't even want the option, because I need to get up. I need to do this. I need to get out the house. I need to run these miles. It's just what's going to happen. So I'm going to get up, and I'm not even going to think that thought. Do I want to go? Do I want to go today? I don't even think the thought in the morning. I just get up and put my clothes on and go do what needs to happen, right? Didn't always feel motivated, but I was dedicated. I had goals that I wanted to achieve, and I set my mind to achieving them, and I did it. I actually was achieving things that I never thought that I would be able to physically, as far as running, and I did like a bunch of 5Ks and stuff. So it is possible. Just don't give yourself the option, because the motivation is going to come and go, but you have to stay dedicated. On this morning, I want to thank you for tuning in. Please like, share this video. I guess there's some issue with sharing, so I'm going to have to figure out what the issue is with sharing the video. But please do share the video. We talked this morning about inspiration, motivation, and dedication. Inspiration is rooted in the spirit. Motivation rooted in the mind. Dedication rooted in the body. Inspiration and motivation will get you going. Dedication will keep you going. So whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, cultivate a spirit of dedication. It's good to have motivation. It's good to be inspired, but you need to be dedicated. And that's a practice that you have to implement every single day. Dedication is a practice. That means you keep doing it day in, day out. My prayer for you today is that you would find your daily bread, that God would provide it for you, whatever it is that you need today, that you would find inspiration, motivation, and cultivate dedication in your actions, in your life. I pray the peace of God over you, that as you move through your day, that you would be blessed to know that God is with you, that no matter what you go through, the promise is not that you won't go through it, but the promise is that he will be with you as you go through it. So I thank God for his everlasting presence. Jesus is called Emmanuel, which means God with us. Right? I thank God for his spirit. I pray the power of God over your life, so that you would recognize what a treasure you have in this earthen vessel, that you would realize that you are powerful beyond measure. And I'm going to read the quote by, I think it's Marion Williams. I'm going to get that a little bit later, that talks about letting our light shine, feeling our power, and how that inspires others to be empowered as well. Not only the peace and the power, but I pray the protection of God over you. We live in a world now where we have to be covered in the protecting power of God. That as you go about your day, that as the Bible says, he will send his angels to keep watch over you. That you will be protected, that your children will be kept and protected as they're in school or in daycare or out of your presence. That you would just feel the protecting, powerful presence of God. Peace, power, protection. God bless you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for tuning in. Get fit with Fannie B. Join the Facebook page. Join the Facebook family. Join me on Instagram. Find me on YouTube. Subscribe. We're broadcasting here, the morning commute, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 a.m. Join in. Share this video on social media today. Let some folks feel inspired, motivated, cultivating dedication. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Let's continue on this journey together. Future you is waiting for your arrival.